So I think I need to do a little bit of an introduction to this next vlog that I'm doing. We're currently here in April 2020, and the vlog that you're going to see is on the 22nd of February 2020. Now that was on my birthday, and what a different world it was back then, and what a different situation we were all in back then. 22nd of February, on my birthday, Malaysia was still under the Pakatan Harapan government. We already had some COVID-19 cases, but it was on the first wave and it was kind of starting to clear up. The government overhaul or the coup hadn't yet occurred. In fact, that occurred the next day on the that started on the 23rd of February, and we haven't had the second wave of COVID-19 starting here yet. We are currently under lockdown, so I had nothing else to do on weekends, and it sounded like a good thing to do to start editing a video. You will see that 2020 wasn't starting positively for me. Boy, did not, if I only knew what was coming later on. But yeah, you will see back then how I had viewed what 2020 was going to be like for me in that point in time. Good morning, everyone. Greetings from Gender Bite. Today is the 22nd of February. It is a Saturday, and it's also my birthday, and I am woken up this morning by my little cat Snowy. Oh gosh, she brought me a birthday present. I'm gonna show you what it is. 2020 has basically flown by again. January was it's a very long month. It was very challenging. The first months of 2020 for me has been really unsettling. So many things has been happening. I'm feeling a lot of anxiety, and it's across every spectrum of my life. So if people were to ask me what was it in 2020 January that has caused you so much anxiety, I wouldn't even know where to begin. I feel like it's a confluence of so many things that's been happening, not only in my life but also in the world generally. In terms of work, it's been really busy in the past year, and that's not, sorry, in the past month. It's not been a bad thing, but you know, as always, you know, there's some good news and there's some bad news, which generally wouldn't be giving me this level of anxiety. And then, you know, my mom, I don't know if I have ever mentioned it anywhere, but my mom, you know, is 75 years old. She needs care, and I think we are reaching a point when she kind of needs constant caring. We probably have someone always with her, I would say 80% of the time, but that 20% is starting to become a little bit more concerning. So that's one area that, you know, it's out of our control, but at the same time, you know, it requires effort to kind of find a solution for it. And then of course, you know, the whole world was gripped with the coronavirus concerns, which has impacted not only, I guess, our personal lives, ourselves, but it has impacted work, my work definitely. There's been travel restrictions all over the place. We have had meetings cancelled, and so everything that has been planned for the quarter has sort of been pushed back to the next quarter. And it has changed the way we do work. So things that where we would normally have, you know, partners flying in, traveling in for meetings, I think now we've been forced to sort of take advantage more of technology, including, you know, WebEx, voice conference calls, and video conferencing. In this coronavirus situation, you know, my company has allowed people to work from home if they need to. And I was talking about working from home with a bunch of my friends the other day, and I was saying, you know, I actually love working from home because it gives me so much flexibility. But you know, talking and going around and talking to my friends, I just realized actually working from home is not the ideal solution for everyone. In fact, many of them think that working from home is not something that they would want to do, because actually leaving home and going to the office to them is the therapy. And I think also in January we've had some family issue, you know, with health. My in-laws are still, you know, dealing with health situation, and so I think, you know, all of that has sort of contributed to what the beginning of 2020 is looking like for me, and I'm not a fan so far. And I think that also couples with so many things that are looking kind of bleak, right? The coronavirus and all these other shocks that's been happening in the world is it's not looking good for the economy in general, and I suppose at some point that will be impacting the business Pinto. You know, if it is impacting people moving around and tourism in general, I think it may have an impact on us. We do depend on that a little bit. Now our business venture back in Aceh, that is, I suppose, going to be, because it's very much related to tourism, that may be highly dependent on that. You know, it's still early in 2020. I don't know why I'm feeling very stressed. When I list down the things that I have to do and the things that I should be worried about, it really shouldn't cause me this much of kind of stress and anxiety. And it's not a good thing. You know, we've had a number of very sad news in the past couple of days, in fact, about, you know, the lost death of seemingly healthy young people, you know. And you know, I was reading today an article that says stress is a concern there. Stress is the reason for heart attack, especially if you're healthy and you're at a young age. And you know, here I am on my 42nd birthday, and I'm telling myself let's not stress too much. It's partly, I think, my nature to be worried and to be concerned about things, especially when I have a list of things that needs to be done and they're not yet done, you know, and you know, you tick off a few things on your list and then 10 things come onto the list. But I think at the same time I try to handle the situation by try to, you know, do a lot of things that are de-stressing. That now, one of the conscious decisions that I made at the end of last year is to institute a low buy or no buy policy. I'm trying to very much control my shopping and spending and those kind of things. But I also realize that shopping, spending money, it does have benefits. It's retail therapy is legitimate. that's my view. So all in all, I think, you know, the start of 2020 has been very challenging. In general, it's been very challenging. There's just too many things. But having said that, you know, I've been through situations like this where there's a lot of things unchecked on my to-do list, and I don't think I felt as much anxiety over it as I do now. The day is about to start. The time now is 8:30. Our staff are starting to come into Pinto. It's a quite windy and cold morning here in Jandabai. I have a suspicion that it might rain slightly later, but so this is what the morning is looking like so far. I don't know if you can tell, but it is raining outside and raining quite heavily as well. So it's a slow start to the morning here this weekend. But on the other hand, even though the rain is not necessarily great news for us, it's not heavy rain, so it's pretty pleasant weather-wise, but it's good news for some of our other creatures here. So our ducks particularly, I think you can see them there. Our ducks are very happy with the rain, and our trees are also very excited about the rain because it's good for them. Well, the rain is not good news for Snow because it means she can't go around and run around the little jungle. Meow! So the time now is 4:45 p.m. On the same day, on my birthday. We were talking about the economic challenges, about the challenges that people have been talking about in terms of how the coronavirus outbreak has been impacting our economy and businesses in general. And I wasn't sure if that was something that we had felt, but today has been slow. And today is Saturday, so we don't normally, I mean, we've had our ups and downs when there are days when it's been slow. Today has been raining, for example, but it's very rare for us these days to have it quite as slow as this. So I don't know whether what we are experiencing today is like a general sense of what has been going on, whether business is slowing down in general because of the coronavirus. Is it because of the rain? Is it one of those one-off things? But it has been slow today. Do you know how I can tell that she's not really hungry? When there's dry food and she just refuses to eat it. What she really wants is tuna and salmon of this variety. This is what she really wants. The salmon or mackerel from Felix. And I'm sorry, Snowy, I'm not gonna spoil you. You have to finish that one. Oh wow, look at that. So sweet. Funny. Hi. Oh, isang kuih. Wow, look at that. This is like a real feast, guys. We have nasi lemak and satay. What is this? This is the Pinto crew.
Happy birthday, Auntie.
Okay. I would have to edit the part where he says auntie. There's only one candle there. And now we're having a bit of entertainment. Post our dinner. We're doing some guitar and karaoke. As you can see, the Pinto crew is super talented. Look at this, guys. This is so sweet. I was just talking about what a slow and sad start it has been to 2020, but today it's been so sweet. This is from the team here at Pinto. They gave me a pretty birthday gift and this beautiful card. I wish I can show you it, but basically from all of us at the Pinto team, I wish I could read every single one of them, but basically they're just being super sweet. It's a breezy, windy night tonight here at Pinto, and Eddie is looking for a song to serenade me with.
Oh, serenation. Serenation kebangsaan akan diadakan.
So it's almost midnight, so I'm bringing it to a close on my birthday, and it's been quite a lovely day. It's so funny how the day worked out. I think when I woke up this morning, I was telling you guys about how I feel that this past few, the beginning of this year has been rather stressful, and I feel like I haven't done enough to de-stress myself. And so the Pinto crew had a little bit of a birthday do for me earlier tonight, and they also very kindly gave me a small birthday gift, which turns out to be, let me show you, this Snazzy Touch Ogawa handheld massager. Isn't that sweet? I think that's really cool. I was just talking about how I kind of need to do more things to de-stress, and they gave me this handheld massager, which will certainly help the cause. So, a lovely day, a lovely birthday. Thank you, Eddie. Eddie's right there. We are going to watch Parasite, the Oscar-winning South Korean movie, which apparently Donald Trump hated so much, before we go to bed. So thank you and good night, everyone. So apparently the surprise was not quite over. My brother and his family came over the next day with another birthday cake. That was on the 23rd of February. And that night, all hell broke loose because Langkah Sheraton happened.